instances of paranormal phenomena have been reported in this desolate place. Events that may reflect the area's tragic past.
Through.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Other Dangerous Podcast, where we talk all things paranormal. I am Ken James, and this is Jason McKittrick.
Ooh, hey there, folks.
And if it can haunt, howl, or dwell in the dark, we want to talk about it.
Yeah, we
and
do.
Tonight,
Yeah,
Jay,
we do.
Jay, what are we talking about? What are we talking about tonight?
Oh, tonight we're talking about the dead on Mount Everest. Oof.
But before...
We're a little amped.
But, because once again...
We are together.
We are together. And you know what happens when we're together. All sorts of fuckery. But before we get into the dead on Everest, I will be bringing you tonight's jump scare.
I'm excited.
All right, so this comes to us from William from Queensland. All right. Pulled over for a break on my way to Melbourne from Sydney at a truck stop. No street lights or anything. Pitch black. No other trucks or cars are at the stop. I turn off my lights, I switch my truck off, do the curtains, lock the truck from both sides, jump into bed, set my alarm, and set my phone above me in the compartment. I was rolling over from side to side around 5 to 10 minutes. I couldn't get to sleep due to it being prime summer temperatures, reaching around 30 degrees at night. I'm looking up at the ceiling, mentally planning out the day ahead. Suddenly, the passenger side door opens slightly, and the cabin light turns on. What the fuck?
Lot lizard.
Sorry. Now the truck is fairly a late model and in pristine condition, so there's no question about the door being faulty or anything. I just sat there for a while, felt like eternity, expecting someone to come up and see me sitting there with a solid rod in my hand that we use for tightening belts. No one came up, nor was there any noise at all. Just quiet, eerie silence. Jay's a prick. I grabbed my torch and jumped down, walked around the truck. No other trucks were around, nor were there any cars. It was just me and my fully loaded B-double. After around 5 to 10 minutes of getting fucked around with, I locked up and went to bed again. Woke up the next morning, yawned, fixed myself along with the bed, opened the curtains, and fuck my life, there's a cemetery next to the stop where I parked.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't see it going there.
Right. Hunger and laziness all escaped upon realization. Grabbed keys, fucked putting shoes on, fucked putting pants on, switched the truck on, and just got the fuck out of there ASAP.
Wow,
right?
GTFO.
Yeah.
Australia version.
Ugh.
It could have been a drop bear. Do you know what a drop bear is?
I know what a drop bear is.
It could have been one of them.
One of the first cryptids I got into, actually. Back in the old days of, what was it? What was the old website browser thing that you could make your own websites in the beginning days?
Angel Fire?
Angel Fire.
Yeah.
I made an Angel Fire website about ghosts, Bigfoot, and the Jersey Devil. And I was like researching as a little fucking 12-year-old kid, just going in on my brother's computer.
I'm into it.
But, okay, that being said, the Dead on Everest gang.
Oh, okay. I thought I had some thoughts on William's story there.
Oh, well,
okay.
thoughts on William's story. What do you want? He's next to a cemetery. He's a trucker. He got fucking scared. Didn't even put his pants and shoes on,
Because
bro.
I was gonna put the question to you. Is it A, a drop bear, B, a lot lizard?
How about we slip into a hotel room and you two split me open like a coconut?
True.
It's an Always Sunny reference about lot lizard. Sorry. I do a lot of this.
Or C, the spirit of a dead lot lizard drop bear.
Is it a hybrid?
No.
No, it's so a drop bear.
They need love too.
That's sucking for money.
Yeah.
At rest stop. Oh.
But died.
And
is now buried in that cemetery.
had a bad fall. It was a wrong fall. Right, landed on the wrong person's head.
Yeah, it dropped. Yeah. It was going to drop something. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Hey, man, it's all good. You know.
Yes. Anyway.
It's fine.
Yeah, Oh, we're gonna do this again. All right.
Well, you derailed me early on, so I gotta do
All
something.
right. Just sip your fucking fireball.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having fun. It's a cheat day.
It's all good. So, Mount Everest. You know, you think of it, you know, it's, what is it? It's that grand achievement for climbers, highest in the world, right? But are you aware that there have been over 200 climbing deaths on Mount Everest? And many of those bodies remain to serve as a grave reminders for those who follow.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Right. So, like I said, Mount Everest holds the impressive title of tallest mountain in the world, but many people don't know about its other, more gruesome title, the world's largest open-air graveyard. Okay? So, since 1953, when Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay scaled the summit for the first time, over 4,000 people have followed in their footsteps, braving the harsh climate and dangerous terrain for a few moments of glory. Some of them, however, never left the mountain. The top portion of the mountain, roughly everything above 26,000 feet, is known as the death zone. Right?
For good reason.
Yeah, because there, the oxygen levels are only at a third of what they are at sea level, and the barometric pressure causes weight to feel 10 times heavier. So can't breathe and everything's heavier. So, you know, 100% pure death. That's what they call it.
You're like Vegeta training in the chamber, you know?
No. The combination of the two makes climbers feel sluggish, disoriented, and fatigued, and can cause extreme distress on organs. For this reason, climbers don't usually last more than 48 hours in this area. All right? Not like Vegeta. Stop. Yeah. What was that for, Eric?
Yes.
Yeah. The climbers that do are usually left with lingering effects. The ones that aren't so lucky are left where they fall. Standard protocol is just leave the dead where they died, and so these corpses remain to spend eternity on the mountaintop, serving as a warning to climbers as well as gruesome mile markers. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean,
hold on.
mile markers.
Mile markers,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's so grim, and it speaks volumes about the people that do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get back to it, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's all good because I share the same thoughts, and I'm sure you've heard. One of the most famous corpses, known as Green Boots.
I'm looking at a picture of this motherfucker right now.
Was passed by almost every climber to reach the death zone. The identity of Green Boots is still somewhat highly contested, but it is most widely believed that it is a man named Sewang Paljor, an Indian climber who died in 1996. Before the body's recent removal, he's not there anymore. They actually got him out of there.
I saw something about that, but keep going. Sorry.
Okay. Green Boots' body rested near a cave that all climbers must pass on their way to the peak. The body became a grim landmark used to gauge how close one is to the summit. He is famous for his green boots, and because, according to one seasoned adventurer, about 80% of people also take a rest at the shelter where Green Boots is, and it's hard to miss the person laying there. So, yeah, I was watching this one thing, where they were like, they just think it's a dude like fucking sleeping. Like, dude, he's covered in snow. Is he all right? And people are like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But
Green Boots.
if you look at the position of him, it's oh god, man.
Yeah.
Like if there was ever an image of something that makes you ponder your own mortality, that's it. The slump over sideways lay, and it's like, this was someone who was trying to get to the, do this
man.
impressive feat.
It's an accomplishment.
But look at him.
Yeah.
But look at him, and look at the way, it's just such a feeble, like,
it's the downside. It's a symbol, right? It's a symbol for the downside of, like, when you attempt something great, what happens when you don't make it?
The cautionary tale of trying to do great things.
Right. So in 2006, another climber joined Green Boots in his cave, sitting, arms around his knees in the corner, forever. David Sharp, and you can look this guy up, very kind of sad story, was attempting to summit Everest on his own, a feat which even the most advanced climbers would warn against. Yeah, he was trying to do it by himself. You need backup.
Dude, you need oxygen tanks.
Yeah. He had stopped to rest in Green Boots' cave, as so many had done before him. Over the course of several hours, he froze to death, his body stuck in a huddled position just feet from one of the most famous Mount Everest bodies, like right next to the guy. It's crazy, man.
It's unbelievable.
It kind of is.
Because, like, here's my question, right? Ready?
Yep.
How, I don't want to say dumb, but how arrogant are you that you're like, you know what, I'll just rest here next to the dead body of the guy trying to do the same thing I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
How arrogant are you?
Yeah. They literally tell you, don't stop.
Right.
Yeah, don't stop. You got to get through here. Don't stop moving.
I'm just going to hug my knees next to a corpse of a guy trying to do the same thing that I
Yep. No, hey, I hear you. Unlike Green Boots, however, who had likely gone unnoticed during his death due to the small amount of people hiking at the time, at least 40 people passed by Sharp that day. Not one of them stopped.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. So Sharp's death sparked this, I guess, like a moral debate about the culture of Everest climbers. Though many had passed by Sharp as he lay dying, and their eyewitness accounts claim he was visibly alive and in distress, no one offered their help.
Well,
that's the thing, man. They say it like, yep.
Sorry, I'm being noisy.
Yeah. Sir Edmund Hillary, the first man to ever summit the mountain, criticized the climbers who had passed by Sharp and attributed it to the mind-numbing desire to reach the top. Wow.
Well, that's the thing, right? What do they talk about? What do they talk about? The people you step on to get, to get to greatness or get to bigger things.
That's exactly what it is. They're like, well, I got to get to the top. That guy clearly doesn't have what it takes to make it to the top. Weak.
You're fucking weak.
So they're looking at him like,
thought.
ugh, I could do this.
Fucking poser.
Yeah. And those people are great, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they?
If you have someone who is in great need and you are still strong and energetic, then you have a duty to give all that you can to get that man down, and getting to the summit becomes very secondary.
Right.
That's he told the New Zealand Herald after news of Sharp's death broke. I think the whole attitude towards climbing Mount Everest has become rather horrifying, he said. The people just want to get to the top. They don't give a damn for anyone else who may be in distress, and it doesn't impress me at all that they leave someone lying under a rock to die.
Right. And that's funny, because I didn't know your notes, and I didn't know you were going to bring that up, and it was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yep. The media termed this phenomenon summit fever, and it's happened more times than most people realize. In 1999, the oldest known body was found on Mount Everest. You hear about this?
Is this George Mallory?
It is.
Dude, this guy's corpse.
George Mallory's body was found 75 years after his 1924 death after an unusually warm spring. Mallory had attempted to bring the first person to climb Everest, though he had disappeared before anyone found out if he had achieved his goal.
His corpse is it's a sight. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, okay,
his skin looks like porcelain,
right? But also, it's like, okay, the around his arm, like, you're like, is that other flesh that's like, or is that like his outfit?
No, that's shirt, man. It's too cold.
It's just crazy.
And there's no animals up there, scavenging.
Yeah, and like, it's just like, that looks like it's preserved immaculately. Besides, where all the blood had left the hand, the part of the transition to freezing, where it's like, it is a fucking picture, dude.
It is, man. If you're listening and want to see, just look up George Mallory corpse.
How did the rocks get around the head like that?
Well, it's years of snowfall, and if there's any landslides, there's going to be
landslides. There's going to be
some.
You're right.
There's going to be some rocks in there. So
I'm thinking like these highly motivated people were like, loser.
No, they didn't know he was there. This is when they found him. They didn't know he was there. So his body was found in 1999. His upper torso, half of his legs, and his left arm almost perfectly preserved. He was dressed in a tweed suit and surrounded by primitive climbing equipment and heavy oxygen bottles. A rope injury around his waist led those who found him to believe he had been roped to another climber when he fell from the side of a cliff.
Huh.
Yeah.
So where he landed.
That's where. Yep.
Yeah. So we're this is another whole terrifying thing. It's like you're looking at a frozen person in the moment of death, right?
Yeah.
So they landed. Boom. This is how they landed.
Yeah.
And this is the position they're in, and it begs so many emotional questions and like, how do I want to die? Like that's the question for me. It's like, do I want to fall off, being tied off to someone, climb up a mountain and then fall and land? Like, do I want that, or would I prefer being in a bed surrounded by my family and not attempting to do some crazy shit like this?
Well, I mean, that's a question for everybody, but he's that really is, and he's like kind of a good example of die trying.
Yeah, it's true.
It's basically what it is, because he probably fell, probably got injured. I mean, if he didn't get knocked out, he was like, oh, I just gotta rest a minute, and that was it. It is still unknown whether Mallory made it to the top, though, of course, the title of the first man to climb Everest, quote-unquote, has been attributed elsewhere. Though he may not have made it, rumors of Mallory's climb had swirled for years. He was a famous mountaineer at the time, and when asked why he wanted to climb the then unconquered mountain, he famously replied, because it's there.
That's the thing, man.
Well, I mean, there you go. I mean, there's the answer to your question. How do you want to go? I mean, this is a guy who he wanted to do.
Right.
You know?
And I get that. I get that. But that's what separates me from these other people. Like, I'm happy with living a fun life with my friends and family and doing things that I think are fun and cool. But there are these people out there that are like, there's no getting to the top of there. The only trophy or anything you're getting is the solace in the fact that you did it, right?
Right.
And that's a different kind of individual. I'm not that kind of individual. I mean, like, I like getting rank in martial arts. I like that kind of stuff,
Sure.
you know? Like, but like...
Well, you know, it's that, what is it, high risk, high reward kind of thing. So,
Yeah, but what is the reward?
well, he wanted to be the first man to climb Everest. That's huge.
Yeah.
You know, just think about it. I get it. That's not me, but I totally get it.
Yeah.
And this is the age, 1924? I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you're
what
not,
else is
you're not
there to
going to make
do?
millions, selling NFTs. I mean,
right. Well, yeah, yeah. He's not on TikTok, doing silly dances.
yeah,
you know.
he's not on TikTok in a thong, shaking his ass, getting millions of followers.
I bet he wishes he was now, though.
Well, I don't. Hey, we're still talking about him.
You're right. Because when TikTok's done,
Yeah.
all these people that do their funny sillies on TikTok.
Yeah.
Who's going to talk about that?
Nobody.
Is anyone talking about Vine? No.
What's Vine?
Right. Okay. So that's the thing. That's the difference.
I mean, he died trying, but hell,
Yeah.
I mean,
Everest isn't going anywhere.
these are those. I mean, you could put this in that category of attempted greatness, but like the failure becomes the interesting thing. Like, dude, what's the most famous ship ever? The Titanic.
Right.
Dude, another died trying kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it was like, wow, they tried. They really fucking tried. And they just didn't make it.
The Titanic story, though, is like so, like, there's so much more that's like coming out about like how much that could have been avoided.
I consider myself a not an expert, but I'm pretty big into the Titanic. Yeah.
Well, like, here's how I consider it.
Go ahead.
If you have done research into something and you actually are interested, I consider you an expert on it. Because you know what? You can't stand to not know something about it.
Yeah, it's true. Whenever I see a new documentary or a new article, I read it and it's interesting to me. I'm not doing the science and I'm not the one going out there finding the information, but so I can't call myself an expert. But it's something I've always been interested in quite a bit, and that's why I'm saying I kind of lump these two together because it's like that becomes the interesting story. Like then you want to know about this guy. Oh, what motivated him to go up there, and like what were his last minutes like, and then like when they bring the body down, then what did he have on him?
Right.
He becomes a time capsule.
God damn it, that's a good way to put it. And you don't have that with other places because it's a giant freezer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everything is so preserved.
Yeah.
In that, oh my God.
I mean, he might be freezer burned a little bit, but
He's definitely freezer burned.
Yeah? Okay.
This guy's the hot
75
dog.
years? Yeah.
This guy's the hot dog at the back of the freezer that you forgot about. That was the last one in the pack. You put it in a fucking Ziploc bag, threw it back there, comes out. You're like, this thing is completely. It looks like porcelain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he fucking looks like porcelain.
He does, man. You look up these pictures if you haven't.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Doomed expeditions. I mean, this is a guy on his own kind of thing, and doomed expeditions. Man.
Like going to Congo and with her
I still have PTSD from the last episode, please. Stop eating my sesame cake. That or the Sir John Franklin expedition to the Antarctic. The series The Terror was based on. Another one of those things. It's like, it's interesting, but the failure is what makes it. Or Apollo 13.
Right.
The failure is what makes it interesting because when we have these big failures, and I say we, I just mean humankind, we have these big failures, it makes us rethink our whole perspective and our whole approach.
Right.
So these failures are like more important than the victory because without the failure, you don't get the victory.
Yeah, and that's another crazy concept too, is that like everything changes when someone does it, right? So it's like, okay, someone gets there.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, I have to do it with less and less resources.
Right.
And like it becomes that like, what's the trophy worth? Right?
Well, it depends what the stakes are, I guess.
Absolutely. So that's a constant human condition thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're always reevaluating what is greatness, what is accepted as an amazing feat.
Sure.
But like once something's done,
Yeah.
that's what it brings more people to a point of like, I got to do something here. You know, I have to make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think these stories definitely kind of like get to the heart of what it is to kind of like be a human, because it's like, you know, do we need smartphones? Do we need all this crazy technology? No, but there's something in humans that makes us like strive for the next plateau, right?
Right. And the thing with that,
Also, fuck that guy. I got to do something better.
right. Well, that's
Competition is like in our DNA. You know?
I think that's a big problem that men have in a weird way, because like
Women have it too.
yeah, but but women's different. Women are different. Women are like, I'm gonna knock you down as opposed to climbing over. Like
Maybe.
maybe I'm being a little. I'm just going off this is my truth. This is
Okay.
my experience.
Okay.
You know, it's like, you know, like that bitch at work. She's no.
Well,
I'm
you're being reductive, Ken.
I am.
Ken
I'm
James.
Sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Because I was just literally going to use my wife as an explanation. Again, she's the most competitive person I know.
right.
And
right.
it's like, wow.
Right. My wife, my wife wants to just take me down all the time.
Yeah.
So that we're just talking on different things. I'm
Yeah.
being funny.
But as she's taking you down, she's like, beep.
yeah. Beep, you okay?
Come sit on the couch.
Yeah, come sit on the couch, and then, are you okay? How's your back?
Now, one of the most horrifying sights on Mount Everest is the body of, I hope I'm saying this right, Hannelore Schmidt.
That sounds great.
Okay. In 1979, Schmitz became one of the first German citizens. Dude,
I know. I
man.
love that name, Schmatz.
It could be Schmatz.
No, we're going Schmatz. Don't you
Schmatz?
bring
I
that
don't-
fucking Schmatz shit in here.
I don't know, man. I'm trying. I'm not a native German speaker. Sorry, people.
Schmatz.
Schmatz?
That's a
Schmatz?
great name.
Well, I tried both. I'll go with Schmatz because
Yeah,
it makes Ken's belly warm.
Yeah, it makes me giggies. It makes me giggies.
Schmatz became not only the first German citizen to perish on the mountain, but also the first woman. See? Hey, how prescient. This picture. This is the one. Forget about George Mallory's corpse. This looks like Scorpion's taking a break.
All right, I'm digging here.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Scorpion taking a break.
Yeah, this is
All right, hold on. Let me know when you're ready.
that is Scorpion taking a break.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
But oh my Jesus, like.
Out of respect for the dead, we're not gonna post these pictures. We'll let you guys do your own research.
Yeah.
But Schmatz had actually Schmatz. I gotta pick one. Schmatz.
Schmatz.
Schmatz?
Schmatz. I like
okay.
Schmatz.
Schmatz had actually reached her goal of summiting the mountain before ultimately succumbing to exhaustion on the way down. Despite her Sherpa's warning, she set up camp within the death zone. Dude, you always listen to the Sherpa. You played Uncharted 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She managed to survive a snowstorm hitting overnight. Oh, that reminds me of the Dyatlov expedition.
Yep.
And made it almost to the rest of the way down to camp before a lack of oxygen and frostbite resulted in her giving into exhaustion. She was only 330 feet from base camp.
You hate to hear it.
I mean, that's die trying. But
Yeah.
also, listen to your guides.
Dude, she looks like something out of like if Hellraiser took place in a desert
It's bad.
and then like
Yeah. So
and like,
check
what
it out.
was she doing when she died though?
Okay, so look, I mean, it's the landscape up there apparently changes because of moving snow and whatever. So it looks
Okay.
like she's leaned up against something. So
Right,
maybe there was a
right.
snowbank and she was in her tent. So this is just she's frozen. She's frozen in time.
The life is crazy. This thing that we
Yep.
are
Nature is
experiencing.
brutal.
Oh, nature's brutal, but this thing that we're experiencing, time being the flat circle, is
Hey, man. This is why I wanted to do this episode, because this
talk
is
about
like
other dangers, bro.
this is a danger. But look at it, man. It's like you're in the face of like if I imagine standing at the you're at the base of Mount Everest. I'm gonna climb this. I'd be like, I'm not.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, take pics.
It's gonna be cool, man. For
Sick,
you.
bro. Post a reel at the top.
Rob, post a reel. No. Dude, like, look, I'm a motivated person, right? I work hard on my job.
Here it comes.
No, I work hard on my job. You know, I do other things. I like music, I like this and that. I work hard for things. I like to figure things out in my head. I like mind teasers, right?
Yeah. This is not the same thing.
Yeah, I know. And like I'm trying. Whereas I get it, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Sure, because I think it's a different psychology. These are those. I want to say, and I don't know, but I'm just just from what I look, they talk about those adrenaline junkies and those people who constantly are just on the move. The type of people that need that next thing.
Yeah.
Or they just need who knows what, maybe a hypothetical person had something happen in their life and like they're like, all right, I need something to turn this page, cut this part of my life off. I'm starting a new chapter. What do I need to do that? And they do big things. And I think that you have people who definitely go into this category where it's like climbing Everest. Yes, I will come out on the other side of this as another person or a new person.
Yeah. And but,
it's like a transformative experience.
Right. But what does that say? But like, what does that say if you need that? Right?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, everyone's different.
I'm not expecting you to have the answer. Yeah. I'm just saying that
I think it says that there's people yearn for something bigger, and this, when you say biggest mountain in the world, lots of people have died doing it. To some people that that pulls at them like, hey, we could do it.
Look, I have a lot of respect for those people.
Yeah. Me too.
I have a lot of respect for you.
I have respect for the dead ones because it's like, damn, you
tried.
God,
yeah. God, yeah. And it's like, like, I want to go back to the whole concept of this with the mile marker thing, but do you have more? You have more?
I do.
Okay, yeah. I will wait.
So, her body remains on the mountain, extremely well preserved due to the consistently below zero temperatures. She remained in plain view of the mountain's southern route, leaning against a deteriorating backpack with her eyes open and her hair blowing in the wind until the 70 to 80 mile per hour winds either blew a covering of snow over her or pushed her off the mountain. Her final resting place is unknown.
So
her hair was blowing in the wind for years.
Dude, so that's the weird thing too. So she was leaning on a backpack that deteriorated. Think about that. Her body still remains in the cold. The backpack deteriorated because we thought it was a snowbank, but it was a backpack.
Her backpack, yeah.
Backpack's gone. She's still sitting there and frozen in time.
She's frozen, yeah.
It's just, I know it's a simple concept, but for me, those kind of things
No, it's the implications. It's what does it say about the rest of it,
It's the implication.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Respect, but also, like, oof.
Yeah. I get it. I kind of get it. I can't say I totally get it, but I kind of get it. It's like, here's that thing because, it's one of those things where it's like I said a few minutes earlier, it's a transformative experience. You look for those things, and it's like, here's my stupid desk job. I want to go do something that means something.
Right. Well, here's how small.
Hey, she did it.
Yeah,
we're talking about it right now. I don't know who she was. Never met her.
Here's how small I am as a person. Right. I was
talk about how small you are, Ken.
Yeah. Okay. So I was at a buddy's bachelor party, right, and like in the city. And like we were on top of one of these like rich like apartment buildings, and like there's like these pools on top, and I'm looking over the city, and I'm like, wow, this is one of the coolest things I'll ever experience.
Yeah.
And then here's another thing. I met Arnold Schwarzenegger at a Sixers game once.
Okay.
Right? I pissed off Danny DeVito at a Yankees game once.
Okay.
These are big things for me. Like, that's how small. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's big because it's outside of the norm.
That's what. I'm saying I'm small. Like these people. Like that's actual.
Right.
Something. Like
sure.
My big thing is
Ken. The comparison is the thief of joy. So don't start that.
This is where I wish we had the video, because the look you gave me there.
It's true, man. It's one of my basic tenets of life. Sorry, I don't know where this episode's going.
No, it's going great. I'm taking a moment. I'm taking a moment to encompass like how we, as individuals, tend to within ourselves, not comprehend.
Yeah.
Bigger aspirations. Like we get stuck in our own aspirations, which are things that we construe as big because we don't go outside of our comfort zone a lot. But then these people that are like, this is the big thing, and you're like, whoa, that's a fucking leap, man. Like that's a jump.
Hey, that's what they needed. I mean, who can even speak for these people, honestly? But it's like
the milestone markers of the.
Well, we're still talking about them. I mean, they did something. They're a cautionary tale, but still at the same time, like, look, they threw. I wouldn't say they threw caution to the wind, but they.
Well, the one dude who didn't have the gas tanks. He just had rudimentary tools climbing this.
True. They also told her she didn't listen to her Sherpa.
Listen to the Sherpa.
Absolutely. It's due to the same things that kill these climbers that recovery of the bodies can't take place. When someone dies on Everest, especially in the death zone, it is almost impossible to retrieve the body. The weather conditions, the terrain, and the lack of oxygen make it difficult to get to the bodies. Even if they can be found, they usually stick to the ground, frozen in place.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. In fact, 2 rescuers died while trying to recover Schmatz's body, and countless others have perished while trying to reach the rest.
So let me ask you a question real quick. So so they're frozen, right? They're gonna freeze. So like none of their liquids leak out, right?
No, it's frozen.
So because I'm under the impression that the condensation of the wetness on your skin or any liquid would freeze you to the ground. Is it just because of the snow or
they're just frozen solid? It's never come above zero.
Well, I'm saying them being frozen to the terrain.
It could be. I mean, it could just over time it just forms together. I mean, how kind of like maybe being compacted by snow. Like when you make a snowball, the center is almost like ice. Maybe it's that kind of concept. I really don't know.
I was just curious about that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good. Despite the risks and the bodies they will encounter, thousands of people flock to Everest every year to attempt one of the most impressive feats known to man today. And
it's definitely impressive.
Yeah, man, that's what I got on the dead on Everest. There are countless others and countless other stories. This is apparently this is like a thing. Like a lot of people really. I mean, we're talking about this, the mountain as it is, and like people dying, whatever. But there's also like another thing that they don't talk about: how much litter is up there now because people suck.
Yeah.
And it's not this. It's still dangerous, still very dangerous, but it's not this like lonely like. You're in line. You go up in line the whole time.
Yeah, you're
it's
in
like
a Cliff Bar and just dropping your
you're at
trash.
fucking Disney the whole time. In line, you get up to the top, and they move you. You get up there. This is it. Yeah. You got 10 seconds. Fucking move.
Yeah.
I was watching this thing. I was like, wow. So,
it's because it's a big business, right? It's a big business.
Yeah, people still die. And
right. Well, so if you're doing this, right, we're going to say you have some disposable income. We're going to say that, right?
Possibly. I mean, it's not. I mean, if you're an American getting over there, it's not cheap. But if you're in the surrounding countries, from what I understand, it's a big thing in Indian culture. A lot of Indians do it.
Yes, because they have their one. There's their it's like their special forces basically in their military, and they have to navigate mountains a lot in their military, and they're some of the best climbers. So a lot of them get the aspiration they want to go and do Everest, and there's a couple of them.
Yeah, I watched a little documentary in preparation for this. It was about I can't remember his name unfortunately, but it was an Indian college student, and just basically the same income, the same outcome. Excuse me. Was like, this is what I'm going to do. I think he like went through a breakup or something, and he was like, all right, I just need this thing.
Yeah.
I want to do this thing, and I'm going to come out on the other side with this kind of like, determination because I did this thing. Right. So now I can go on and continue my life and, whatever. And just didn't make it. Couldn't find his body. Just didn't make it. A
part of me wants to say, though, that that's like a big case for most of these kind of people.
Yeah.
Is that like something bad
happened, that's
and like it becomes like this. I have to prove that I can do something huge for myself. Right. Whereas most of us are like I was able to get this back on time. I was able to return this suit that I rented for a wedding back on time. That's like I did it. That was an accomplishment. But once again, it's such a human conditioned thing. Whereas like, what is our reasons for anything, and what is the reason to aspire to anything, and what separates people that just want to aspire for a huge feat, or people that are almost like forced into it through tragedy. Right?
Yep. It's hard to say. I think a lot of the motivations change depending on who the person is, but. It's it's still dangerous, even to this day. There's folks who have not done well. There's a few others. I mean, you can there's so many that like it's commonplace, but then there's so there's a specific one which I believe it's still there. She's covered in an American flag. Her name is Frances Arsentiev. I believe I pronounced her last name. She was the first woman from the United States to reach the summit of Mount Everest without the aid of bottled oxygen.
What the hell, man?
And then she died during the descent. I mean, I don't mean to laugh at that, but she tried. She got up there, came down, and just succumbed to the elements. And
but here's the thing. So, like, you don't mean to laugh at it, but all you can do is laugh because it's like you're not. How do you process that kind of story? Yeah. It's like you did it. You're on your way back from doing it.
Yeah.
What can you do? Like, what am I going to do? Sit here and like.
Yeah.
Pick apart the situation that happened. It's just like, fuck, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. All I can do is laugh, and it's not like a hearty chuckle. It's like a oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah. No, it's a hell of a thing. So.
And I want to say something too. When I was talking about men and women differenting. That's a new thing. Men and women being different in how they compete. I meant more that men are we do this whole like, you know, like, oh fuck it, do it, and we climb over each other, like into us back in Eastern State when the lady that was taking us around tells us, we're like, oh, all the employees like to go down this hallway. Mm-hmm. Me, you, Chris, Eddie, and we were all just like, oh fuck it, do it, oh fuck it, do fuck you, oh Philadelphia, you know, like we all.
That was just, you guys. Not
yeah, I know. You were about it. You were about it. Get the fuck. You didn't say the Philadelphia part, but you were about it.
No, we had a good time.
Yeah, we did. But that's what I meant.
The person running it did not have a good time.
Yeah, she was like, these assholes, and then she cut us down to her level.
You got a name on this one.
Oh, you motherfucker.
That's fucked up, right?
That looks like something in a fucking From Software game.
Yeah. From Software. It does. We're discussing, and there's a bunch of new pictures. I can't find this guy's name. I think he was Russian, because everything I try to find... We're looking at another photo of someone who died on Everest, and I think he's Russian, and because every article I find about him attached to the photo is in, like, Cyrillic, so I can't read it at all.
He certainly looks Russian.
Yeah, I mean... He's rocking the red, so I don't know.
Right. But he's got the cheekbone and, like, the Viggo Mortensen kind of...
He just looks fucking tired.
Yeah.
But he's been there for a few years.
And that's crazy that's what a few years does. That's a few years.
So cold.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, it's so cold that's a few years.
Yep.
Like, I like the cold. I sleep with a fan on.
That's Ken's wrap up. Yeah, I know it's cold up there, guys, because I sleep with a fan on.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I like the cold, but like this is a whole different cold. Like insta freeze.
There's
cold.
the pull quote.
I enjoy these moments when I can make Jay break stature. And giggle and laugh. This is what I do it for. This is why I do the podcast, to get those moments. It's rare anymore that I can, because Jay gets me a lot.
Yeah.
But when I get Jay with those, that's why I do it. That's why I do it.
I'm just amazed, sir. I'm just amazed.
What I was saying was, I like the cold.
Okay.
Even with the air conditioner on, I sleep with the fan on. In the winter,
try to dig out of this hole.
It.
Go ahead.
I'm not digging out of the hole. I'm
people like stew.
Yeah, I'm digging my feet in.
Yep.
I'm saying that's a different cold. That's a way different cold.
Oh, it's not. It's cold. It's by no comparison. Like
yeah,
it's like,
that's like that guy's dead years.
Yeah,
years dead.
Yep.
And he looks like, you know, he had a rough night.
Yeah. Jesus, just the weird frozen position of his face.
Oh God, the whole position of his body.
Yep.
I'm done.
Yep.
I'm dying here, gasping.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Someone save me.
Yep. There's a lot, buddy.
It's a lot, man. This is a
so
fucking suitcase full of shit.
Yeah. So like I was saying before, why I brought it up. It's just I don't know, the other dangers. We have our ghost episodes, we have our UFOs, we have our cryptids. Yeah. But this is one of those things where it's like, it's a mystery and it's kind of spooky because it's like people are drawn to this like death zone.
What is that pull?
Yeah.
And that's what I keep trying to wrap my head around.
Yeah. Yep. I think if we knew, we'd be up there.
You're never getting me up.
Me either. There's the height component. Fuck that.
Look, I love roller coasters. Right?
Yeah.
Love roller coasters. Hate airplanes. I've been on plenty.
Yeah.
Hate it. I did an art show in the Liberty One Tower in Philly. I had to take a friggin'
Zoloft?
no, what's the calming one? Valium. I take a Valium to be up there to help peddle my wife's wares. Because you're looking out and you're seeing this, like, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need to see the world at that height. I'm a low.
From what I understand, there's not much of a
altitude
view
man.
either. It's just knowing that you did the thing.
Yeah, you're looking out into whatever condensation, cold air, fog, mist that's out there.
Yeah. I think this became a very introspective episode for you.
For me, it has, dude, because this is like primal fear for me.
Oh, me too. And then just that people still do it, and as you're going, imagine if you went to Great Adventure, right? Mm-hmm. Six Flags, and you go on you're
almost pulled off on my way here today. I'm like, I gotta get on Nitro.
Imagine you're online for, like, I don't know, fucking King Dakar, Batman, whatever. Right. But when you're online, you're passing the dead bodies of the people that flew off the fucking thing.
Yeah. And it's colder than me with the AC on and the fan on.
Yeah, much colder. Yeah. At least like 10 degrees.
Yeah, maybe a little bit colder.
You might need a coat.
Right. A coat.
Some mittens.
Yeah. I might need some mittens, a Snuggie.
My galoshes.
Yeah, your galoshes. Guys, Jay has galoshes, by the way.
I don't.
Okay. Sorry, he doesn't. He don't, guys. He doesn't.
I don't. Even if I did, don't at me. Like Jay has galoshes at. No. So.
Oh man.
So bringing it to a close here, I think it's just this is a phenomenon just because it's like it's a death zone and it attracts people. It's so dangerous, but so many people still go up there and still want to check it out, even though it's like, holy shit, this is dangerous.
Yeah. Honestly, it's for me, it's one of the other dangers or the things that's out there that pull to do something like this that I don't have. I don't have that. I've never had that encounter. I've never had that wanting to. It's foreign in nature to me, but that's what makes it so scary.
Right.
Because it's not one of the things that I ponder or want to even be a part of. Like, I want to go see Mothman. I want to see a Bigfoot.
Right.
I like seeing ghosts. I like having these. Right. I don't want to embark on this crazy.
Oh yeah, because the risk is too high.
It's too high.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Too high.
And even now, I almost, I get it why you would want to do it at least somewhat, but like now it's like the risk is so high, but it's also like the reward is like, all right, you can say you went, but like so many people, you can look up pictures, like it's an assembly line of people going up and down the mountain.
Well, that's the thing now, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's like now it's like it's been done so many times, and now it's a business.
Yeah.
Now it's a business. Everything gets ruined when money's involved.
Yeah,
right?
like I want to see someone like climb the mountain doing a handstand. That's what I want to see.
Well, I'm just on their hands.
Yeah,
like,
I think Steve-O could do it.
Oh, Steve-O would. That guy
in a thong, probably.
Yeah, with a leopard print. Yeah. It's a wonder. It's a wonder that people, have the drive still. Like, I get more so before it's been done. I get more so that someone with rudimentary tools, not understanding they need oxygen tanks.
Right. And still doing it.
Yep. I get that. Now that it's like we're just climbing steps for this amount of time on these ropes. And I know that's belittling. But in the same breath, it's like you're paying a guy that knows the ins and outs of it.
Sure.
Probably have done it so many times.
Sure.
Gets a kick out of pointing out green shoes. Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, here's fucking Mallory. He's dead as shit.
He's gone too.
Oh, he's gone. They took him down?
Yeah.
That's another thing, right? So, like, these rescue queues, like, is it a liken to, like, the spelunkers that go and rescue people that are stuck in caves?
It's just Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
That fucking, what was that movie?
It was Cliffhanger.
It's just him in a tank top. Just gets it done.
Respect.
Yeah. And Ace Ventura with a slinky.
Dude, don't do that. He loses the raccoon.
Yep.
Oh man, so sad. So sad.
I've heard this. I said it, so I heard it. So now I can say I heard it.
Nice, because it's going into your headphones. Nice. All right.
So I could say I heard that it was Sylvester Stallone and Ace Ventura and his slinky performing rescue operations on Everest. Did you hear it too? You just heard it.
I heard it.
See?
Oh, I heard it too. It's just,
I heard
it's just your poise in saying something like that and not being able to crack it's
Welcome to Never Shit a Shitter podcast.
Yeah, right. This guy's poker face right now. I can't wait. I can't wait for the video episodes for just them to see the lunacy that it took for you to just do that.
And they're gonna be like, I don't see the lunacy. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, that's the point. Right. You don't see it. I see it because I'm like, this.
No, I mean they're gonna be like, they're gonna see video of me. They're like, he seems like a very normal, measured human being.
Right. And
Ken should be in a straitjacket.
Hey, man.
It'll be Hands Across America. Let's get Ken off coke.
I didn't sniff once in this.
Bullshit.
I didn't sniff. Yeah, fuck you.
See how easy it is to get him going.
Oh,
folks?
well, you dickbag.
I'm just sitting here preparing an episode.
Hands folded, looking at me with his big old smile, and Odie's getting my goat.
Hey, man. Mr. Senator, I refuse to answer that question under the terms that it seems incriminating.
All right. Anyway, closing statements on
closing statements. I got to go with that one from back in the day where it's like, there's a lot of motivated people out there, and there's also a lot of motivated people littering the summit of Everest.
Right.
So maybe sometimes take a nap.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna go with always listening to your Sherpa.
Oh, I like that.
It's the truth.
It's true.
They're doing it. They know what's going on. Listen to them.
They do. I mean, what? Just the handful that we were talking about. The two of them were like, if they just listen to the Sherpa.
Right.
Yeah, they debrief the Sherpa at the end. He's like, I told him. It's fucking.
Yeah, he looks like everyone from the Golden Child.
Exactly.
Right. And he's just like,
I said, I want the knife, please. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, for this episode of Other Dangerous Podcast, I'm Ken James.
And I'm Jason McKittrick.
And as always, hello, spooky. Thank you for listening to Other Dangerous Podcasts. Have you encountered the other dangers? If so, you can email us at otherdangerouspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have a discussion about the paranormal, you can find us at Other Dangerous Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. There you can find submitted pictures, videos, and artwork from listeners. We are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are streamed. And after listening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you the other dangers.